Hello and welcome. My name is Alan, and today I've got two things I want to talk about. First is how much conservatives are freaking out over the FBI raiding Trump's Mar-a-Lago property like it's the end of the world. He um yeah. His property in Mar-a-Lago, Florida got raided. They asked for the information and he kept denying. Like, look, we need that information. And they had to come and take it. Whether it has anything that could seriously hurt him, we don't know. But, yeah, he screwed himself over by not cooperating. And now all conservatives are like, this is horrible. We need to defund the FBI. It needs to be an inquiry. Everything. I'm like, defund? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't this a call that was during the Black Lives Matter protests? Defund the police? How are you acting any different? Oh my goodness. There's such a bunch of whiny morons. If it weren't for the fact that modern day Democrats and liberals are so pathetic, the conservatives would have no chance. It's just that the only opposing party is pathetic. Anyway, I just had to speak on that because I'm finding it ridiculous. Yes, defund them by all means. Too much is spent on FBI and police in general. But the other thing I want to talk about for Monday's video, Lauren Boebert, the representative from Colorado, I think is where she's from. Um, anyway, let me make sure I've got that right. I do believe it is Lauren Boebert. Yeah, Colorado. So I was right on that. Lauren Boebert, who represents Colorado, is now calling for a religious citizenship test. There's a reason we have separation of church and state in the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prevent the free exercise thereof. It's right there. Our government is to have federal government is to have no role in, you know, religion. And religion is to have no role where the federal government's concerned. We know this to be true. We know Jefferson actually went through and had a copy of the Bible and cut out many of the so-called miracles because he's like, no, that's untrustworthy. You should also look at his letter to the Danbury, Connecticut. I think it was priest of Danbury, Connecticut. Um, Thomas Jefferson. Letter to Danbury Baptists. So yeah, why is that type so small? I could use y'all to zoom up, 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 up. It reads, to Messrs. Nehemiah Dodge, Ephraim Robbins, and Stephen S. Nelson, a committee of the Danbury Baptist Association in the state of Connecticut. Gentlemen, the affectionate sentiments of esteem and approbation with which you are so good as to express towards me on behalf of the Danbury Baptist Association give me the highest satisfaction. My duties dictate a faithful and zealous pursuit of the interest of my constituents, and in proportion as they are exhausted of my fidelity to those duties, the discharge of them becomes more and more pleasing, believing with you that religion is a matter which lies solely between man and his God, that he owes account to none other for his faith or worship, that the legitimate powers of government reach actions only and not opinions. I contemplate with sovereign reverence that act of the whole American people which declared that their legislature should make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, thus building a wall of separation between church and state. Adhering to this expression of the supreme will of the nation in behalf of the right of conscience, I shall see with sincere satisfaction the progress of those sentiments which tend to restore to man all his natural rights, convinced he has no natural right in opposition to his social duties. I reciprocate your kind prayers for the protection and blessing of the common Father and Creator of man, and tender you for yourselves and your religious association, assurances of my highest respect and esteem. Thomas Jefferson, January the 1st, 1802. So, yes, even Jefferson notes here there is a separation of church and state. And if you look online, some commentators are trying to proclaim that never existed, it doesn't say it in the Constitution. No, it doesn't outright say in the Constitution separation of church and state, but it says there shall be no establishment of um, of a law that respecting a religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Which essentially, he even mentions it here in this letter, Jefferson does, that it is a separation of church and state. He didn't want government to be involved in religion, but he also doesn't believe it is to have religion involved in government. And so this idea of a religious citizenship test is foolishness on its face. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you a bit about that, let you know. But that will be it for this episode. I'll post the links in the description below the video. As always, educate thyself, think, read, study, learn. Someone tries to tell you something you have trouble believing, ask them to cite their sources. I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, later.